Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to do a quick update on the video I made on Friday night. So right around Friday night, when we had a government shutdown here in US, I made a quick video on a possible breakout for Bitcoin um, that we are about to see. But as I mentioned in that video, that we needed a confirmation of higher volume in order to have the sustainable breakout in Bitcoin price action. All right. So Friday night, we were at the junction right around that moving average, a previous resistance around 12,400. We try to make a room toward 12,800, 900, but with lower volume. So volume did not, if you can see, the volume did not increase. So uh, excuse me, what that tells me is, like, there were not enough interest in the price action or in the price of Bitcoin around that mark. And since then we have been going in a little bit sell off, but not with a higher volume. I don't still see higher volume coming in. This is just a weak hand that are just getting out of the market right now. But if we get a little bit lower around 11,000 or 10,500 mark, this selling might pick up. All right, this selling might pick up. Couple of reasons. So I also been watching the futures market, and futures market is also in the pretty similar junction for Bitcoin. So here's the chart of Bitcoin futures. Um, if you can see, this is I use Thinkorswim platform for the futures trading by TD Ameritrade. So that's I also trade futures, and this is the futures trading platform by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade. So basically, future tradings is mainly done, or like majority of the futures trader use pivot points. So you see those dots, those are the pivot points. So the purple dot, let me just blow this up a little bit. So we are right now in a 4-hour chart. Um, and the purple dots, they are pivot points, and the pivot points are calculated based on previous day of opening and closing of the market of that Bitcoin futures market. All right, the dotted line first one, that's R1, the resistance one and the resistance 2. The blue one is support 1 and support 2. All right. So lot of futures trader use pivot points strategy to trade futures. It can be any futures, any commodity futures, um, gold, silver, crude oil. So they use a lot of the pivot point method to trade those futures. So I like to keep that, because a lot of when the big institutional traders, when they come into the market and when they actively start trading futures, Bitcoin futures, they will be using this one of the strategies to trade Bitcoin futures. Right now, a lot of people have been talking about Bitcoin futures, but I have to tell you, institutional trader will not come into a big. Let me put it this way: big institutional futures trader will not come into futures trading for Bitcoin until until the first contract expired, because they want to see the price action of that first contract. They want to see, because this is very new. This just got introduced back in mid-December. It's not even like complete month maybe. I'm not sure about the exact date it got introduced on the futures market, but it's very new. It's probably around just a month old right now, and that's just not enough data for institutional futures trader to get into futures trading into Bitcoin with a heavy or heavy volume or heavy investments. All right, the price action that you're seeing is mostly from the like smaller traders in the futures market in Bitcoin. It's not by the institutional traders. So I see a lot of chatter going on YouTube and like on the media about the futures is the Bitcoin price is getting manipulated by the futures trader. It might be up to some point, maybe about 10%, but honestly, the institutional traders, the futures traders, are not in Bitcoin futures trading right now. They will wait until the first contract expires in order to get them more data to trade futures. they won't jump in right now. There's not enough data right now for them to jump in, and they won't jump in until they have enough data, because they come with a lot of liquidity, they come with a lot of money, and they won't put those money into action until they have enough data to support it. Okay, so in futures trading, quickly, I just wanted to cover this futures trading topic real quick. So we are looking at the 4-hour futures chart, future Bitcoin chart right now. So we saw the recent low that was 9225. This was in the future Bitcoin trading. Since then, we had a nice uptick, consolidation pattern. Right now, we are sitting in the consolidation pattern. We have this resistance in the futures market, which is around 12,071, and the support, which is around 11,000, or 10 to be exact, is around 10,971. All right, that's the support that we have been bouncing off. We bounced off a couple of times back, like I think yesterday and again today. So we have that support. Now we are in this channel right now that is going from 12,100 to 10,900. All right, so we have been in the channel for the last couple of days, trying to break out of this channel. It might happen that one of the scenario will pan out. Either we will have this breakout on the upside when the Asian markets open up tomorrow or tonight, in the US Eastern time, or if the Asian market opens up and they sells this Bitcoin price action, then we will have another. We might test this low, and if the volume comes in, that low might not hold, and we might get pushed toward 8,000. So I want to make it very clear: if the Asian markets opens up, all right, the Asian market is the key. A lot of the heavy volume for Bitcoin trading comes from Asian market. It does not come from US market. All right, heavy volume for Bitcoin trading comes from Asian market. So Asian market is the key in order to see how is the price action, how is this price going to react when Asian markets opens up tomorrow. Are they going to sell it? Are they going to buy it? So that will pretty much give us a clear indicator on like what is to expect in short term at least. All right, so look, future market, they are in this trend right now, trying to consolidate, trying to figure out if they want to break up or break down. Asian market is going to be key. All right, so going back to Bitcoin, price action on this is the data from Coinbase. All right, so this right now, if you can see, I'm in the smaller time frame, 4 hours. It's trying to like push it a little bit down. So there was a nice uptrend on the smaller time frame that I drew. It broke that trend line. Let me blow this up. Okay, all right. Okay, so I hope this is better. Okay, so this trend line that I drew, it was broken right around like this this morning. All right, right when we try to break that resistance. I mentioned that in the Friday video that we have triple resistance: one from the moving average, one from the previous support, which is now resistance. All right, and the overall the trend line that was coming down. Okay, so we try to like break that resistance, triple resistance. It did not work just because we did not have enough volume, and there was not enough buyers that were coming in. So that looked like a false breakout around that price action. The volume wasn't there to confirm it. Okay, so now what we're seeing is trying to push down a little bit. What I'm sensing that by the time the Japanese market opens up by tonight, it's short term, like the trader, the weekends might try to push it down a little bit before the market even opens up, just to create a little bit like panic in the market. I was looking at the CoinDesk. Let's talk about this is the daily real quick, 24 hours. Let me just put it in the daily. Okay, so this is the daily chart for Bitcoin, the data we're getting from Coinbase. Now, this is a very bearish reversal signal that we're getting on a daily chart. we have a uptick, nice uptick up here, but right on that uptick we got sold here. So if this day, if the day ends, the candlestick, if it ends just like this is going to be a very bearish reversal signal in short term for the technical traders and the bot trading, because what this is going to signal is that this is a reversal pattern. Same thing applies if you're like, you know, a red stick here and the green stick here, that will be reversal on the upside. So I'm imagining, let me this was a previous trend line that I drew, let me remove that. So what I'm looking at right here, there are a few scenarios that could happen. Okay, so let's draw those scenarios. Okay, so there are there's this wedge, or like, you know, pin action that's coming into equation. So what might happen is, either we, you know, this lower support does not hold up and we make our way toward 8,000 mark. Okay, that's scenario one. That this support will not hold up, this trendline support will not hold up, and we make our way toward 8,000 mark. Or if there's enough interest from the Asian market when it opens up, then there will be reversal right here, and we make our way up higher out of this correction zone. Okay, those are the two scenarios that can happen. One, it breaks this previous trend line, like previous intermediate support, and we make our march toward 8,000 mark, where you will see a lot of trader will be buying or coming in. If that doesn't pan out, then we'll have this this break, that's going, then it will turn into this reverse head and shoulder pattern. Okay, if this if the again, the Asian market will be the key. Okay, I want to like really emphasize that point. Asian market will be the key on how will the Bitcoin prices will react in coming week. All right, because we are at this junction right now. It's very hard. It can go either way, to be honest with you. It's very hard to predict in this junction that if it's going to go up or down, because no one can predict. Like, what you can do is better prepare yourself in order to, like, you know, let's say if you create, maybe put some stop losses right here. If you are in Bitcoin, you know, Litecoin, put some stop losses in GDAX, and you know that will save you some initial pain. If you're thinking about creating a new position, maybe you should wait until you get a confirmation. So those are a few things that you want to look into. Just don't be a blind investor. The whole point of, like, you know, looking at the charts, looking at the headline news and all that is to like to invest with the money that you have. I mean, people, it takes a lot of time to have, you know, to learn this kind of things, and so, you know, use this education, what you're learning, and apply it. So, like, you know, you're not reckless with the money that you earned, very, you know, by a lot of hard work. You know, people do like, you know, they make money and they're trying to invest into Bitcoin, into cryptocurrency with their hard-earned money, trying to see if they can have some kind of, you know, return on that. So be very smart investor. Don't be a reckless investor. That's what I'm trying to say, and use this knowledge to help you in order to become a better investor. All right, just want to wrap it up with the headline news. As I said, on Friday night, the government, U.S. government was shut down, and we saw a nice uptick that was coming in Bitcoin, but the volume did not confirm. We broke out of that resistance, but it came right down, so it was a false breakout. We are still at that breakout level, but you can see there was a false breakout, and now it sold off. The sell-off happened with a lower volume. It was on weekend, so that's why I've been keep on saying watch the Asian market tomorrow. Okay, Asian market with the key. It will be the key how the price will react in next week. If the price will make the new low of 8,000, or if the price will break this trend line on the upside in March toward, like, 16,000 plus. So that will be the key. All right. On the CoinDesk, so public blockchains lure will become irresistible for enterprises in 2018, which is very true. I cannot agree more. Like, you will see, there are a lot of investors sitting on sideline. I kid you not. There are a lot of, like, big money institutional investors are sitting on sideline just watching this price action. Just like in the futures market, they are just watching this price action and trying to collect all this data, because they don't want to get into the market without having this data. They don't come with, like, few $1 million. They come with, like, 20, 30, $40 million to trade. And they futures market are a cash settle market. So this is they are like, coming in with a heavy volume, and they won't come in with, like, without having enough knowledge or enough data to support their trading. So again, for futures trading, I think the major institutional investors will come in after the first contract expires. They won't come in until the first contract expires, just because they want to gain all the data that was collected in the first contract, all the price action and all the fluctuation. Second thing is, like, a lot of there's a lot of media hype around this. There's a lot of people who are just waiting and watching, so you will see a lot of people will jump in and on it. So well, congratulations to everyone who already got into Bitcoin early enough, and got into cryptocurrency early enough. So you already have an edge over a lot of people out there. The fact that you are watching this video right now, you have edge over significant amount of people out there. So congratulations to you if you're watching it, if you're absorbing this knowledge. So, and this will come handy. This is just the beginning. This is one of those things. Is just like, people think, are we at the peak? Are we in the bubble? I really don't think so. Like, this is just a starting right now. This is just, like, how internet changed the world in last 20-30 years. This is the cryptocurrency, this Bitcoin. This is how it's changing the financial institution, how we do a lot of things in this world. It's really fundamentally changing a lot of things, and a lot of people deny it because they simply don't understand it. Okay, so I hope this helped, guys. I really do. If you learned something today, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, please share it. Hit that icon button so you can get notification every time when I upload these videos. I really appreciate that. Post in a comment what do you think about the Bitcoin price action. Do you think it's going to see a intermediate low, or do you think it will break out and just go toward 14,000, then 16,000 mark? So post in a comment. I want to see what the viewers would think about this, and also post in the comment if you think any of the altcoins that you're watching or trading or investing in, so I can do some review and video analysis on that as well. Alright, guys, that's all for today. I'll post another video later in the afternoon on some altcoins, but I just wanted to have this quick video update from the video that I made this past Friday. Okay, thank you.